Welcome to Step Out Sis, the podcast where we grow, heal, and walk confidently in God's calling. I am your host, Sharon. Have you ever noticed that every season of life has its own rhythm? What felt normal in one season can feel completely different in the next. Today, I want to talk about what God has been teaching me about learning the new rhythm of a new season. Sometimes I think our lives are a lot like music. Every song has its own rhythm, its own tempo, its own beat. And if you've listened to one style of music for years, then suddenly the music changes, it can feel awkward at first. Your ears are expecting one thing, but they're hearing something completely different. Life can be the same way. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Every season has its own rhythm, and when God changes our season, He's often inviting us to learn a new way of living. If you spent years living in survival mode, carrying responsibilities, solving problems, and constantly responding to what everyone else needed, peace can feel unfamiliar. I've experienced that myself. After years of serving in leadership, the season came to an end, and I thought the biggest adjustment would be having more time. And it wasn't. The biggest adjustment was learning a completely different rhythm. I thought what I needed was rest, and I did. But what I didn't realize was that I also needed to learn how to live in the quiet. I am no longer waking up to meetings, emails, deadlines, or problems that need to be solved. But I've noticed something surprising. My body was still operating like there was an emergency. I kept waiting for something to happen. I kept feeling like I should be doing something. And that's when I realized sometimes we recreate chaos because chaos feels familiar. We are so accustomed to one rhythm that when God changes the music, we don't know how to move with it. But every new season has a different rhythm. Now, if you've spent years listening to jazz and suddenly the music changes to rock and roll, you can't keep moving to the old beat. You have to learn the rhythm of the new song. The same is true spiritually. God doesn't just bring us into a new season. He teaches us how to live there. Sometimes quiet isn't emptiness. Quiet is God's invitation to healing. Maybe the silence isn't something to fear. Maybe it's where your soul finally gets to rest. So let me ask you, what season has God brought you out of? Are you allowing yourself to embrace the new season? Or are you unintentionally returning to old patterns simply because they're familiar? God doesn't just change our circumstances, He changes us one rhythm at a time. So whatever season you're in, learn the rhythm, enjoy the rhythm, grow from the rhythm, and know that seasons do change, but God still stays the same. If today's conversation encouraged you, share it with someone. And if you haven't already, please follow the podcast and leave a review or a rating. Every share, every follow, every review helps more women find hope through these conversations. And with that, I will see you next week right here on Step Out Sis.